Hey guys,
This is how you make me feel.
time for some more of our amazing holidays. We're approaching the Tarsier Sanctuary in the Philippines.
Right, let's climb a chocolate hill.
And I just wasn't expecting this.
Okay. Oh, wow.
The chocolate hills, they were actually green.
I'm feeling good.
The Loboc River cruise. This is a party. One thing we're getting used to in this country, those blue waters, they're actually crystal clear. Let me show you around Bohol in the Philippines. After a 2-hour ferry ride from Cebu City, we caught a grab to Panglao Island and arrived at our hotel, the Alona Royal Palm Resort. We think we pretty much had the place to ourselves.
We've just been shown to our rooms here at Alona Beach, and I'm going to give you a quick look at what is a really presented little digs, actually. It's a large bed, there's TV, it looks really fresh. So we've started off really lazy and slow today. It's coming on about 11 o'clock, so we think it's time for an early lunch. The walk from our hotel down to Alona Beach is probably not much more than 10 minutes, but there's quite a lot of kind of commercial activity on the main road down to the beach itself. So there's a lot to see and do. There's cafes and restaurants and banks and a pharmacy. Are you hungry?
Yeah, for Jollibee.
Jollibee's easy.
And yummy!
And hopefully air conditioned. Gotta say it, the weather on this trip has been outstanding if you're comfortable with really hot, humid days. Again, I think this is our 4th or 5th day in the mid-30s. Feels like the temperature's in the maybe the low to mid 40s. But I'm loving it. We've just jumped into a truck, and for 300 pesos, we're going to get out of town and we're going to go and see the Bohol Bee Farm.
The farm wasn't really a farm, or if it was, you couldn't see that. But there were arts and crafts and a popular restaurant. It looked over the water. We didn't eat there, but we did take in the beautiful sea breeze.
We also were really surprised to see some traditional cloth making, raffa weave, and a woman who was happy to be filmed making it.
Raffa is an age-old tradition local to the area. The weavers use a local buri palm to make cloth and mats and bags. You can buy them at the gift shop. Now the real reason the bee farm is famous? Ice cream with coconut milk. It's so hot that as soon as you've got the ice cream, it's melting. And your choice?
Durian mango, yummy.
On the way back from the hotel, we really wanted an evening swim. Dumaluan is a private beach and resort, which means there's a cover charge of 100 pesos or $2.50 to go for a swim. But it was worth it.
Good morning. We're just walking up the lane from our hotel here in Bohol, and we've got a driver today. We're going on a tour to see the famous chocolate hills. We're looking forward to seeing the Tarsiers, and there's some churches we'll see. As well as the river cruise, we understand. It's about an hour and a half drive to get to the first attraction. Anyway, you'll be coming with us, so here we go.
Oh, I think this is our guy.
We've arrived and we're about to climb up the chocolate hill you can climb. But surrounding the park, you can see them, and there are, technically I think there's more than 1,000 of them, but as far as the eye can see, there are hills. Right, let's climb a chocolate hill.
The love and the lies, the calm and the chaos.
They get quite, it's actually not just the 200 stairs, they get quite steep.
Attention and ease.
Keep going. We're nearly there, we're nearly there.
The moment is waiting.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wow.
Everything is beautiful. Everything is beautiful. Lost in the wonder, caught up in colors that I've never seen before. Everything is beautiful.
Jeff's giving me instructions now on where he thinks we'll get a good photograph. And he's going to take one of me, which is very kind. We've just come down off the chocolate hill, and here's another tip if you're visiting this place. The cafe restaurant is air conditioned, so we're just taking a breather and we've got ourselves some nice cool drinks. I was really impressed. As I said earlier, I feared that it was going to be a bit of an anticlimax, but there are so many of them.
Like hundreds.
Well, you can see hundreds, but technically there are thousands.
The next stop was lunch and the Loboc River cruise. The drive through the forest was so cool.
We're just arriving at our boat now, gate 3. Actually, there's a lot of people on the boat, so I imagine it's not long before we're heading off down the river. Yeah, it happened very, very quickly. It's a buffet lunch, and it's really generous. There's king prawns, barbecued skewers, some stewed jackfruit, barbecued chicken and rice.
The luncheon cruise was 1,000 pesos each. The boat pulls up to a stage along the shore. For a tip, you can join local children who'll show you how to do the tinikling dance. I wasn't very good at it.
This is magnificent. I think we're getting to the end of the river as far as the barge goes, and there's waterfalls, water rushing in off the mountains into the river.
About 20 minutes up the river, the boat turns back.
Jeff got photos. This woman took some photos of us, which is fantastic. So we've bought a few of those. It was really such a nice way to have lunch. There was the local performance.
Yeah, it's really,
which was good.
really nice and really good. You get to partake in it if you want. John and I did, obviously.
I think there's probably 3 or 4 barges going up that river every hour. But despite that, it was still quite intimate. We're off to the last part of our tour now, which is to see tarsiers. We're approaching the Tarsier Sanctuary in the beautiful forest. There are lots of signs that say to be quiet, so I'm not quite sure how much noise we're going to be able to make on the tour. But hopefully we can get lots of pictures.
The tour groups are really small, and we did get to see these little monkeys.
We finished the tour, and I must say it was very, very short. But scouts go out of a morning to determine where the tarsiers are, because they're nocturnal. For the most part during the day, they don't move very much at all. So typically the tour guides know where they are, and we saw 3. And we were quite close to them. We were able to be within, a metre from the tiny little tarsiers.
We ended up with a new extra last stop, the Baclayon Church, one of the oldest in the country and a cherished site in Bohol.
There are no priests on duty today, so we can't go inside and have a look, although both Jeff and I have shorts on, so we may not have been able to get in anyway. This place has a lot of history in Bohol and the Philippines generally. It was built in 1596 by a couple of Jesuit priests. It was a very simple wooden structure at that point. In the early 1700s, it became the construction we see today, built of stone and coral. It's a grand building and one steeped in history.
What isn't obvious is the construction after a major earthquake. It led to a partial rebuild in 2013, and they did a pretty good job. We are just about to pull up to our hotel after being out for nearly 8 hours. We have really made the most of it today and headed right into Bohol Island. The chocolate hills are almost in the middle, so we've been able to see quite a lot. We've made a good use of the day. Getting a driver was a really good idea. On the way to dinner, we met some of the locals. There are countless geckos, and typically they're a few centimetres long. This one was probably 6 inches. Thank you, buddy, for eating some of the mozzies.
It's a little barbecue restaurant that we saw on the laneway up to our hotel. It's not far from where we're staying, and it looks really good. The vibe is very local, so we're going to give it a shot. Good seafood, apparently. Jeff's already gone inside, so let's check it out.
There was fresh fish, crabs, prawns, and local fried dishes too.
Jeff and I wanted some seafood, and we see a lot of food. So the waiter was really kind. He said the platter is probably for 6 people, and this is what's turned up. It's a little indulgent, but we were hankering for some local food. It looks really good.
Bohol is such a great way to get a sense of the Filipino people and their culture. With our tummies full, we went back to the hotel to get a good night's sleep. Thank you for enjoying this series in the Philippines. Kero Travels will be posting more videos soon.